Hi, so I'm Tawa, a nurse prescriber and owner of TD Aesthetics. And I wanted to do this video to just explain how working with Pam and Adam has really changed the way I view my business and has given me amazing results within my business. So before I started working with Pam and Adam, Padam for short, I didn't really know business-wise what I was doing, I'll be honest. I definitely had a lack of focus, didn't really know what direction I was going in. There was no sort of overarching theme to my business. There was no real brand. And I didn't even really realise what kind of mistakes I was making that was costing me money. I was just chasing new patients all the time, trying to make sure that that was the way I kept the business turnover going on. So once I started to work with Pam and Adam, and I worked with them initially at a 2-day workshop, which was really, really useful before the pandemic. And then sort of in the middle of the various lockdowns, I worked with them as part of a wider group. So I didn't really get the chance to really have them focus their laser precision on my business, which is what's happened now since I've started working with them in their one-to-one program. Joining that program has definitely been the best investment I ever made in my business. You know, that initial investment, I've effectively tripled it in terms of the return that I've received in the business and in turnover and profit. I've now kind of had a much better understanding of the key principles of profitability, patient retention, increasing average spend, as making sure that those basics are in place and established and consistent before going ahead and chasing new patients. So my turnover has increased, my average spend has increased, my retention has increased, even the frequency of visits has increased. So what Pam and Adam have given me in the last 6 months I've been working with them is really clear and focused advice on my business. They've looked at my figures, they've looked at how I operate, and they've come up with really usable and workable ideas for me. They've helped me to formulate realistic and even supersized goals. So, you know, just aspirational for my business and for myself personally. And then they've given me specific tools, workable tools that I can use to achieve those goals. And that makes such a difference because I've worked with coaches in the past who have just given me very vague type assurances and left me feeling like I still don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. I've never felt like that with Pam and Adam. Every time I've had a Zoom call with them or an interaction with them, I've come away really energized and thinking, right, this is what I need to do. And knowing precisely, even down to step-by-step actions, what I need to do to move forward with my business. It's always felt natural. It's never felt forced with them. I think it's really important to me that I work with people who share my ethics and my values. And I don't ever want to feel like I'm selling out to chase sort of higher turnover or higher profits. It's really happened almost organically working with Pam and Adam. And the increase to my turnover has happened organically as well. And it's been really, really encouraging. And just the simplicity of, you know, to use their own analogy, plug in the leaky bucket before you add more water to it. So in my case, I always thought that chasing new patients was the way forward. But actually, I've realised since working with them that I can do so much more and serve my patients that I currently have so much better and increase my profitability that way, rather than trying to persuade someone who is completely new to me that I'm the right person for them to go on their aesthetic journey. So working on serving my current patients to the best of my ability has definitely worked out for me in terms of my profitability and improving my business, but also improving my standing in my patients' eyes as the expert that they will always turn to for their aesthetic needs. So really, in summary, the biggest change has probably been to my mindset, really. I always felt really awkward discussing money coming from a nursing background because I never charged people for the services that I offered when I worked in the NHS. So to coming from that to working in my own business and still maintaining my medical background and my medical authority, but also being able to understand that my time and my expertise is worth charging for and to charge appropriately. This is all stuff that I would never have been able to come to if I hadn't worked so closely with Pam and Adam. So I'm really, really grateful to them for the way that they've changed the way I see my business and changed the way I see myself as a businesswoman. But also just going forward, looking forward, they've given me tools to be able to actually keep on plugging that leaky bucket and making sure that everything I do is consistent. So I don't have massive peaks and troughs, but I'm actually working in a way where I can pay myself a decent living wage on a consistent basis and also invest in my business for the future. So yes, I would definitely recommend that you take up this opportunity and work with Pam and Adam. You won't regret it. Thank you.